Hello guys, now in this video we are going to start a new chapter, that is a chapter 1, real numbers. Now this is a revision part I have made, so this is a revision part. Let us revise the real numbers. So real numbers are two types, that is a rational and irrational. So rational and irrational. Irrational numbers, you have studied in class 9, root 2, root 3. These are the root form. And this is the decimal form 1.010010001 and so on. It's a non-terminating and non-repeating. The decimal form of irrational number is non-terminating and non-recurring, that is repeating. Now rational numbers, we have got four types. The first one is the natural numbers, which start from 1, 2, 3. These are also called counting numbers. When 0 is added to natural numbers, then their numbers are called whole numbers. It is denoted by W. This is denoted by N, natural numbers. Integers, Z, denoted by Z. Xylene. This symbol is come from xylene. And so these are the integers, all negative numbers, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. And again here rational numbers. So these rational numbers I have written here to show you exactly what are rational numbers. P upon Q. So rational number is in the form of P upon Q, and P and Q belong to integers. They are integers. I remember that denominator, that is Q, should not be 0. So these are the few examples I have written here: -1 upon 2, -3 upon 2, 5 upon 3 and so on. Remember one thing, that rational number is the superset for these three. That means every natural number is a whole number and every whole number is integer, and all these together are rational numbers. But if you come from this side, every rational number is not integer, every integer is not whole number, and every whole number is not natural number. So from here, from rational to integer, it is not, and from natural to rational, it is yes. So now today in this chapter we are going to study Euclid's division lemma. Now what is the Euclid? Was the mathematician, and this is a very famous statement. Lemma means statement, fact. Some fact is there. Lemma is being statement, mathematical statement, maybe any other statement. Now what is lemma? Before that, let us do some examples I have taken here. And division lemma means, now it is related with the division only. Division already you know, but here I have taken some examples in a different way. Let us take first example, that is of 12 and 2. Now 12 divided by 2. Come on, guess what is the answer? 12 divided by 2, the answer is 6. That is called quotient. So quotient is denoted by Q. And then remainder, that after dividing we get remainder. So this R, small r, is remainder here. Let us see now. 12 divided by 2. So this is 12 divided by 2. This is divisor. This 2 is divisor. And 6 is quotient. And plus remainder is 0. See, 2 6 are 12. 12 plus 0, 12. So this statement can be written. This division can be written in this form. If you remember the division algorithm in 9th class you have done, that is the dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. This is the same thing I am showing you, but in a different format. Let us take the another example, 16 and 3. 16 is divided by 3. Divide 16 by 3. You will get quotient 5. Remainder 1. So here divisor is 3, quotient is 5, remainder is 1. Now let us take another example, 32 and 5. So 32 divided by 5. So 5 6 are 30, remainder is 2. So divisor 5, quotient 6, remainder 2. Similarly, now the last example, 41 divided by 7. These are all positive integers I have taken. So these are positive integers. Remember one thing. So 41 divided by 7. 7 5 are 35. And the remainder will be 6. So 7 is divisor, quotient is 5, remainder is 6. Now we will generalize this result, right? That will then we'll understand that what is Euclid's division lemma. Let us generalize. Now here A is the dividend here, B is the divisor, Q is quotient, and R is remainder. This can be generalized in this form. A and B are two integers, positive integers. A is divided by B, that is divisor. We'll get some positive integer again, that will be quotient, and we will get one more positive integer, that will be remainder. Now in this example you see that very important thing is that remainder can be 0, remainder can be 1, remainder can be 2, remainder can be 6. Remember one thing, these remainders must be less than the divisor. See here divisor is 2, remainder is 0. Here divisor is 3, remainder is 1. Here divisor is 5, remainder is 2. Here divisor is 7, remainder is 6. So what we generalize, so we observe that R can be 0, R can be greater than 0, or R is less than divisor. This is very important result which I will generalize now. Now let us understand lemma. What is lemma? According to Euclid's lemma, if A and B are positive integers, Q and R are unique integers. Unique means there cannot be another one. So Q and R are unique integer satisfying A is equal to BQ plus R. That is the same. And here R is greater than or equal to 0 and less than R is greater than or equal to 0 and less than B, less than divisor. I have already told you here in this form. And it is called Euclid's division lemma. So this is the definition of Euclid's lemma. You can read from the textbook. So here I explained you, this is very important result, A is equal to BQ plus R. Now let us continue further. Highest common factor. You have already done in your lower classes what is highest common factor. It is called HCF. Now let me clear your HCF concept with the help of these two examples. The first example is that find HCF of 16 and 24. Now factors of 16. Factors of 16 means which number divides 16. So 16 can be divided by 1, 16 can be divided by 2, 16 can be divided by 4. Remember that factor means remainder should be 0. 16 divided by 4, 4 4 is 16, remainder 0. 16 divided by 8, 8 2 is 16, remainder 0. 16 can be divided by 16. So all these are called factors. These are called factors. All factors, all possible factors. F24 means which numbers divide 24, that we have to take. 1 divides, 2 divides, 3 divides, 4 divides, 6 divides, 6, 8 divide, 8 3 ja, 12 divide, 12 2 ja, and 24 divide. So these are the divisors of 24, or these are the factors of, so factors and divisors are the same. Now common factors we'll find. So 1 is common, 2 is common, 4 is common, 8 is common. So here I have written 1, 2, 4, 8. So 1, 2, 4, 8, these are common factors. And which is the greatest, which is the highest, that we have to find. So highest is 8. So this is your HCF. Here we understand that HCF is the highest common factor. There are many other common factors, but we have to consider highest. Let us take one more example. I have taken 30, 45 and 60. Now F30 means the factors of 30. I have not taken 1 year. 1 is always factor, so no need to write. If 30 means factors of 30, so 2 divides 30, 3 divides 30, and so on, 5, 15, 30. If 45, 3 divides 45, 5 divides 45, and 15 divides 45, and also 45. And factors of 60, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 12, 15, 30, 60. All these numbers divide 60. Remainder will be 0. You can check it yourself. Now what are the common factors? Common factors are 3, 5, and 15. You see that 3, 5, 15. 3, 5, and 15. So common factor. And which is the greatest common factor, which is the highest common factor, is 15. So 15 is your required answer. So this is the method. Earlier we used to do it. Now we are going to use Euclid's division lemma to find the HCF. In next video I am going to show you this. I hope that you must have understood. Practice nicely. And so today I made 2 concepts clear. Thank you.